Shalom, shalom. Shabbat shalom. New moon. Hey, I'm currently doing this on my phone because my laptop is tripping. So I'm not going to be able to pull up the blue letter. I'm not going to be able to pull up the Bible. And that way y'all can read along with me. I'm going to be reading from another source, which is, not another source, it's just another phone. Or I'm going to bring out the Bible and read it. That way you guys can hear me read from there, so you can follow along that way, not on screen like as I'm on my laptop. Okay. Um, but the Bible won't be pulled up on screen. But I will be pulling slides. That way you can see the different type of animals that I'm talking about, and I'm also going to be bringing out why you don't need to be eating those type of animals and why the dietary law is important. So, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, and we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, okay? And also, I'm going to start off with the law, Leviticus chapter 20, verse 22, and it says, "Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein, whether I bring you to dwell therein, spew you not out, that the land will spew you not out. And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation, which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am Yahweh your power, which have separated you from other people." We are different than other people. We are separated from other people. Excuse me. Close the door. My wife out there doing stuff. Again, I am Yahweh your power, which have separated you from other people. Ye shall therefore put difference between clean beasts and unclean, and between unclean fowls and clean. And ye shall not make your souls abominable by beasts, or by fowl, or by any manner of living thing that creepeth upon the ground, that creepeth on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean. So that's what I'm doing. I'm showing y'all the difference between clean and unclean, why you eat this and why you don't eat that. Okay? And ye shall be holy unto me. We are separated from everybody else because we belong to the Most High. Who? The Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, Panamanians, Guatemalans, and Salvadorians, people from Honduras, Brazilians, the Panamanian, the Cubans, the Haitians, the Jamaicans. I forgot anything else. So and you shall be holy, verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I am Yahweh, for I, the Master, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine. All right? So now, we will go to Leviticus 11 and chapter 1. And the angel of the Most High spake unto Mashah and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall not eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven-footed, and cheweth the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. So it has to be eating the grass, and it has to be cloven-footed. Those are the beasts that we can eat. All right. Verse 4. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divideth the hoof, as the camel. Now it's going into the example of what it's talking about. Because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. So if something has something that is cloven footed, but doesn't eat the cud, it's unclean. Okay? And I'm about to go into it. Leviticus 5. Okay? Let's get that. Leviticus 5. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. All right? Let's get a better look at him. This is the coney. All right, giving you better looks of them. That way you know when you see them in different shades and a different look, and how he looks like a rat. Damn near. I think he's part of the rat family. We're going to find out. Let me look up some things. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. Now, it's important that you know about this, so when you go out, you know about them. You know the type of animal it is, or what type of species it comes from, or you know what I'm saying, whether it's aggressive, you know, the classification family it comes from, you know, the scientific name. Let's get that real quick. The scientific name is Haracoidea. 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 That is the translation name, the scientific name of this coney. All right? Let me see. Quick facts. Aggressive or not, aggressively defends his territory and females from rivals. Okay? Type of animal it is small stub-tailed rabbit-like animals native to Africa. Hyraxis, also called dicesis, a small thicket. Herbivorous mammals and odor Hyrocarida. Salakia, I just obliterated that word. I'm trying my best with this word, okay? All right, let me see. What can we find out about this? Okay. It's also called a rock hyrax, okay? A rock hyrax feed in a circle formation with their head pointing to the outside of the circle, that is. Not important. So this is a type of animal that lives in Africa. Okay? In Africa, hyraxes are preyed on by leopards, Egyptian cobras, puff adders, rock pythons, hyraxes, wild dogs, hawks, or owls. Okay? This is the type of animal we do not eat. We don't eat this coney. All right? So let's move on. Let's see. Okay. It doesn't go into much of anything of how unclean the animal is, but the Most High just says, don't eat it. You know, the scripture explicitly explains that the conies they aren't kosher because although they chew their cud to get nourishment out of the diet of rough grass and leaves, they don't part the hoof. All right, they chew grass, they just don't part the hoof. Okay, that's all you need to understand about that. Okay, now let's go to Leviticus 6. And the hare, because he cheweth the cud but divideth not the hoof. He cheweth the cud but divideth not the hoof. But we gotta give you the difference between the two. The hare and the rabbit, they look almost the same. All right. So the hare and the rabbit, they look almost the same, but you have to differentiate between the two. Okay. They almost look the same, and you will get them mixed up if you don't pay attention. Okay. So let's see. The air derives ultimately from the Old English word for gray, meaning rabbit. Entered the language from the French in the 14th century, though originally classified as rodents. Both are now part of the order called Lagomorphus. Lagomorphus. Okay, Lagomorphus. Hair and form, which differ from rodents by having two rows of upper incisors incisors, and by being herbivorous, hares are distinguished from rabbits by their larger size, larger ears, longer hind legs. They also tend to live alone in pairs in above ground nests. So hares live in above ground nests. Now, when it comes to rabbits, whereas rabbits often live together in groups of up to 20 in underground tunnels known as warrens. That is the difference between them, the hind legs and the longer ears. All right. This is for you to read, and it's on there. Take your time, read it. I give you a minute, and I'll move on. Now, this is insane. Remember, we live in Babylon, the land of confusion, America, aka Babylon. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7. And the swine, though he divideth the hoof, and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcasses, that mean their dead bodies, shall ye not touch. They are unclean unto you. Top 8 major swine breeds. I'm not going to put all 8 on here, but I'm going to put quite a few. There are 8 major breeds of swine that are commonly raised in the United States. Different breeds are better used for specific applications. Producers typically raise breeds that best fit their needs based on its qualities and physical characteristics. Now, this is insanely gross. Esau uses these pigs for different breeds and names them. Okay? And names them. Names them. Tries to feed them good and keep them in shape. What about the boars, the pigs? They're part of the swine family too. Okay? They are. They really are. They really are. It's insanely gross, man. These things are gross. So let's look up a little something on this. We're going to look at MD diet. Let me choose. This is on MD diet. All right? A nutrition site. Is pork bad for you? Or is it something you want to eat in moderation? Do you think you would choose to keep eating pork after reading this? I hope this article was insightful and empowering to you. Our goal at the clinic is to empower each of our patients to make better choices with their bodies and long-term health. Most High already said not to eat it, and things happen when you do what the Most High tell you not to do. And I'm just giving you a little history and article on why you should not do this. Knowing more about the food we eat is a major part of the decision-making process. To sum it up, the history of pork goes back to the banning of its consumption in ancient times due to its uncleanness. The rate of pork consumption has skyrocketed since the Industrial Revolution and continues to trend upward. Pork meat is red meat. However, it is generally fatter than beef and not as rich in micronutrients, making beef a better choice for individuals who are watching their weight or concerned about their health. Mass factory farming is still horrible, even after some of more advances and regulations have been put into place. Why have regulations have been put into place for pork? Because it's disgusting. It's a disgusting animal. That's why. Try to opt for small local farmers with a proven track record. Pigs are not only intelligent, they are also human-like empathy and emotions. And they're garbage disposers. Let me find this where it is. Where is it? Where are you at? Okay, I'm just going to go to a different article. Okay. This is Science Says. Consumption of pork is associated with significant risk of several chronic conditions, including diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and several types of cancer. The high risk of infection, the inhuman treatment of pigs, the danger of factory farming, the existence of healthier alternatives, and the high levels of. Let's read into it more. The existence of healthier alternatives and the high levels of toxins in the meat. Eating pork is an easy way to get an infection that could have serious health problems. In many farms where pork is produced, pigs are subjugated to cruel treatment such as poor living environments, administration of drugs to speed up growth, and unkind transportation and killing. Consumption of pork is one of the ways of supporting a corrupt and cruel business that does not respect the rights of animals. Factory farming, you know what's crazy with that. The inhuman treatment of pigs, risk of infection. Humans and animals share many diseases. Swine flu is one of the diseases that can affect both humans and pigs. The most common route of transmission of the influenza virus is physical contact with pigs or infected people. The virus cannot be contracted from consuming pork products made from infected pigs. However, contact with pigs or people infected with the virus can cause infection. Pigs harbor many viruses that can cause serious infections. For example, they are primary carriers of tapeworms, virus, Tanina solanum, Mengele virus, and hepatitis E virus. All right, does Maxwell Par 6. Trichonellosis is an infection that emanates from the consumption of the undercooked meat. Complications associated with trichinosis infection included inflammation of the lungs, heart muscle, and the central nervous system. Maxwell Part 7. The most effective way to avoid viral infection is to avoid consuming pork. Bad. The Most High does not like it. He's a garbage disposal. That's what he was created for. Okay? These are not going to be long because I want them into parts and to different into sections. I don't want them all in 2-3 hours because it's a lot of information, okay? So I'm not gonna go here for 4 or 3 hours. So I'm going to give you a good video for a good time where you can sit down in front of your TV and you're able to watch this stuff, okay? These are not going to be long videos because some people can't sit down for that long, but they can sit down, watch this for 30 to 45 minutes, and then get ready for the next video to come out, okay? Slack. I had something at the bottom I shouldn't in my banner. Slack. Give me a second. sec. Da, 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 da. Okay. There we go. Now, Leviticus chapter 9. Hold on. No, can't skip. Okay, verse 9, yeah. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the waters, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. Right? You should already know that they're disgusting. Okay? Whatsoever have no fins, no scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. Right? Now look at this right here is a bass. Look closely, widen your screen. This bass has fins and scales. Okay? Oops. Has fins and scales. That is a clean animal to eat. Right? Let me send this to my page. I'm going to say something about a doctor talking about the catfish that we like to eat so much. Mm-hmm. Give me a second, Baba. I'm going to show y'all something that as growing up, we didn't see it. We didn't understand it because we wasn't taught the difference between, no one put the difference between the clean and the unclean when we was young. Neither our parents. We just ate what we had in front of us, and dare you to say something about it. That wasn't cool, but we was raised that way. You know what I mean? Like just has been removed like 60 years out of slavery. Wasn't taught anything, wasn't shown the difference between right and wrong or anything like that. So you can quite understand that. I'm gonna put something in here. Hmm. Give me a second. Okay, I got it. Now, look at that. That's a catfish. That is a bottom feeder. What do we see about this? Look at them. Our people love catfish cookout, catfish nuggets, catfish sandwich, catfish, man, whatever you name, they eating catfish. But catfish are the bottom feeders. Bottom feeders are the fish that eat the ish in the sea. They eat all the doo-doo. Crabs are bottom feeders. Lobsters are bottom feeders, right? And they have other things without fins and scales like this. Let me show y'all. Like eels, right? No fins, no scales. And they're in the sea. See this catfish? No scales. Got fins, but no scales. None of it. See? Verse 9. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. Catfish is an abomination. Eating eels is an abomination. Eating lobster is an abomination. Shrimp is an abomination. And they're starting to do farm raised catfish with trying to put scales on them, just to trick the people of the Most High. Right? It's disgusting. It's very disgusting, man. Catfish is unclean. It's an abomination. But like I said, this is part one of the dietary, and I will read one more precept before I close out on this one. This is Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 23. And a word of the Most High came unto me, saying, which is Hamashiach Yahushua, is a word of the Most High, Son of man, say unto her, which is Israel, thou art the land that is not cleansed, nor rained upon in the day of indignation. There is a conspiracy of her prophets in the midst thereof. What? They're not putting the difference between the clean and the unclean, between the profane and the good. They're not putting the difference right now. These churches, they're not putting the difference in anything. They're just saying you can pray over your food and that's it. And they're having cookouts at church and sacrifice. These sacrifices are supposed to be in the honor of the Most High, but it's not. Ezekiel 22 and 25, there is a conspiracy of her prophets in the midst thereof. People, we saying that they're not teaching the law. They saying they teaching everybody to love the Most High. There's a conspiracy about this, right? Like a roaring lion ravening the prey. That's what they doing to our people, man. Just ravening our people, robbing them blind, raping them blind, robbing them. They have devoured souls. They have taken the treasures and precious things. They have made her many widows in the midst thereof. Heart diseases, cardiovascular diseases, dementia, diabetes 3, which is Alzheimer's and all that stuff. Ezekiel 22 and 26, her priests have violated my law and have profaned mine holy things. They have put no difference between the holy and profane. Neither have they shewed difference between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths. And I am profaned among them. Her princes in the midst thereof are like wolves ravening the prey, to shed blood and to destroy souls, to get dishonest gain. And her prophets have dubbed them with untempered mortar, seeing vanity and divining lies unto them, saying, Thus saith the Most High, when the Most High hath not spoken that. Most High didn't say all you got to do is pray over your food. The Most High didn't say all you got to do is love Him and that's it and you're saved. And you can just go out as long as you love the Most High. That's why they're on the corners doing whatever. Nobody understands the clean and the unclean. The stuff is destroying their minds. All right, and with that, I'm going to say Shalom and all praises to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, and Shalom. And I'll see y'all in the next video.